What's going on, guys? I'm back to help you win another Forza Horizon 5 trial event. Sorry again for posting this on a Friday instead of a Thursday. I've had quite a bit on my plate the last few Thursdays, so it's been kind of a process, but nonetheless, I'm posting the video today. It was the first trial event of the European Automotive series, and the first trial event was called Audi. It is a road racing event for European modern sports cars tuned to A-spec. The car I decided to use is my favorite one in the class, the 2012 Lotus Exige. The tune made for it, I'll show it on screen right now. It is called Road Racing V3. I'll also show the share code. I picked this car because it is my favorite one in this class. I'm a big fan of Lotus. It's definitely one of my favorite car manufacturers. I've recommended the Exige a couple times before, and I'd revised the tune, as you can tell by the version 3 in the tuning name here. I went a little bit more speed based than I normally do. It definitely has some positive handling characteristics as well, but it's definitely I have a little bit more speed in it than I normally would. I kept the stock tires on it, and the aero, I just have the spoiler on the back. I don't have anything on the front. I did some more tuning than I normally would on the anti-roll bars. I kind of found a new, I guess, baseline I like for the anti-roll bars in this game. I'm kind of sticking with, and they seem to be pretty positive, and the differential as well. I've kind of hit a new little formula I like to incorporate when I'm based on the tuning class, on how I like to tune my differential, and also ties into what type of racing I'm doing. I'm not going to give all my secrets away, but I definitely feel like I kind of made the differential a little bit better than normal. What I would have done in the past for an 800 road racing car. I think it's a little bit better. I get the power to the ground a little bit more efficiently than I normally would, and I kind of worked pretty hard on this tune. I worked a couple days on it to try to get it the way I like it. I don't know if it's the best car per se for this event, but the tune definitely worked for me. I didn't have any issues winning the races. I did the trial 2 times. The first time I had to do all 3 races. My team was not very good. We ended up actually losing, so I had to redo it again, and this team was able to be a little bit better. We won the first 2 races, ended up winning the championship. But let me know down in the comments what car you decided to use, or if you used the Exige and didn't use my tune, let me know how they compare. If you did use my tune, I'd love to know about that as well. If you planned on attacking this, one of my previous Exige tunes, let me know how that holds up also. I'd love to know how you guys, what your goal is. Do you like to go for the complete fastest car, or do you like to go with something that's a little bit easier to drive? Mainly what I like to do with these videos, I don't necessarily like to go for the fastest car that I know the average player is not going to be able to get the most out of. I like to pick cars that are good enough to win, but definitely have more of a bias towards handling than speed, because you can have the fastest car out there in the world and you can put down some like blistering lap times if you're very, very good at the game. But the average person that plays this game, that's looking up, I'd say the average person that's looking up trial video like suggestions, they're usually, it's going to be a couple different types of players here. It's going to be either somebody that's really confident in the tunes they have and they're just trying to see if they're better than other people's tunes, or they're more of a novice player and they're just looking for suggestions on how to be better at the game, looking for cars that are easier to compete with. And that's kind of what I like to bring to the table. I like to bring cars that are easy and tunes that are easy to compete with, that the average person can apply to their car. They can get in, drive it, and be successful. Not necessarily trying to put out the fastest car in the world that only some of the population of players are going to be able to actually have the skill to get the most out of. So I just kind of want to throw that out there, because a lot of people say they have faster cars, and you probably do, but I think my cars, for the most part, are better suited for the whole community of Horizon players, not just the select few that are really, really good, that can get the most out of everything they drive. So I just want to throw that out there. That's kind of how I've been trying to tune my cars the last little while. More emphasis towards thinking about the entire player base, all skill levels, as opposed to the higher end people that are really, really good, that can get the most out of cars that have more speed than handling. So anyway, leave a like on this video to help you out, subscribe for more videos like this, and comment down below any thoughts or opinions and everything else I mentioned earlier about what car you decide to use and all that. I'd love to know, and I'll see you guys next week for another European Automotive trial event.